Okay, so Amazon just came. This is normally 14 bucks or so, and I got it for 7. Thanks to you, this product has a second life. Well, hey, I appreciate getting to buy it for half the price. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna go show you how this works. Here's the thing-a-ling. How does it work? Oh, it has a little thing on top that tells you what the different lights and stuff made. Or I mean. Okay, so correct is if it has just 2 lights on the bottom right. La 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 la. How about this one? Yeah. Haha. Hot diggity. Okay, let's go try the one in my bedroom because I've been using it. Score. Okay, I've turned around. There's the outlet I've been using behind my bed. I want to test it really quick before I test the strip. Score. Okay, so that's where I was testing. And this is what I've been using. One of the 2 things that I've been using to do my whatchamacallit. Okay, so here's the thing I just took out of the Amazon package. Nice little thingy. You can zip back up again if you want. If you don't, whatever. Little thing-a-ling. Okay, so a little bit of info. A little bit more info from people. Talks about how reputable it is, how to use it. Love that I can wash it. Yes, makes me so happy. Okay, here's the cord. The male end right here is going to go into the grounding outlet. The reason we put it in the strip again as opposed to that is because we know that there are frequent power surges. We know that if you want to take good care of some of your specialty light bulbs, that even the manufacturers suggest plugging them into strips as opposed to the wall to prolong their quality life. And since we don't want the house or EMF or whatever it is to vomit energy into us while we sleep or just while we enjoy the benefits, we're using a surge protector. Okay, and then this other end over here will kind of like, it acts like a button on here. This is the large one. It was 50 something. There is a $70 one that has more square footage. But I liked that this one was longer so that it could stretch all the way across my bed. Josh and I are not married yet and don't sleep together, but someday we will be. We might still sleep separately just because we have a thing going now. But whatever the case is, I wanted something that would go all the way across my bed. Oh, and also, this is the side that needs to be up. I'm not sure that it's so important with fabrics per se, just because I feel like I can see the silver threads on both sides. So maybe it's not as important. I don't know. But on, say, other materials like over here, this grounding pad, and it works. It's smaller, but it's denser. I got it to try just because I was experimenting with them, wanted to know if it worked well or not. I've slept with the last few nights. It works nicely. That is not the point of this section, but it also can work really nicely for on either under your feet while you're working at like a desk or something, or under your laptop where your hands, arms can like rest while you're working to help ground you while your body is being irradiated more extensively or for longer durations of time. Anyway, as it says here so beautifully on the sticker for us, this is the conductive side. Ta-da! See, it's also got the same kind of cord. There it is, plugged into my, what do you call it? Surge protector. Because we don't like it when surges vomit into us, even if we're unaware of them. But obviously this side is different. This is the conductive side. It would not work otherwise. So again with the sheets, I don't know if it really matters or not, but the instructions say to do this side up. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've been having great results. Maybe you'll be able to tell me someday if you have great benefits on either side. Okay, so this isn't how I'm going to orient it on my bed, but I wanted to show you because this is a large king size bed. I don't think it's a California king. This is a Josh bed. He had this before we got engaged, and he's so graciously given me his bed to use. But this is a king, and I wanted to show you that the longer one that I got, even though it's smaller measurements, smaller square inches, square feet, it actually works better for me because I feel like I get something longer. See, that's the full width of the bed, and I'm going to change it now the other direction and explain to you why. So I'm going to pretend like I would normally lay my head, and I do, here. I've started doing that just because I've been trying to figure out how to reduce my exposure to things that make my nervous system not happy. And in newer homes, unlike the ones that they used to make in like the 1940s or even before that, our electricity, so I'm told, at least that's what my dad told me and other resources online, they used to be in like pipes, little like metal thinglings, and that's what the cords would go through, but anymore we just have cords in our walls. And so the electricity, the atoms that are traveling along those just irradiate and disperse, and it gives our body more exposure on top of the other, what do you call it, environmental aggressors? I don't know. Anyway, so I've been sleeping like this just so that my head is as far away as possible from walls that might have electric current. And instead of having my feet, you know, directly against a wall or something, I've just opted to go over here so it's as far away as possible. I feel like I can tell the difference. You can always go somewhere and have them muscle test you and tell you how to lay in a room. And I know this sounds really funny, you guys, but this is just a me thing. You don't have to. But the point is, in my opinion, I find it the easiest to lay this grounding sheet across the bed where your shoulders would be. Because for me, that's like if I was going to lay down, look how much surface area gets covered, right? Like my neck, shoulders, entire back, clear down to my hips. No matter what, no matter which direction I toss or turn on the bed, right? Or, you know, like my arms and hands will be all around, and, you know, maybe I'll curl up in a ball and have even more of my legs on the bed, right? And of course, you can lay lengthwise on it. It's just, for me, I'd rather make sure that I'm always touching it. I have the smallest one that they have that's $30. And when I first got it, it felt so good to me that I actually like wrapped it around my waist. And there's a good chance I may end up doing that with this one for a little bit, particularly as my body's nervous system starts to even out and asks for more of it. It's hard to do that if you have like a tail plugged into the wall and a tail over here like tucked in. On my king size bed here, you can see that I've got plenty of material covering the entire surface, and I could still tuck this in and hold it under the mattress if I wanted to. Not a problem. I'd have all the material that I need. So it's really up to you on what you need or want. If you want to sleep this way on it and have your whole body cool. If you want to pay $200 or more to get one of these flat sheets that covers the entirety of your bed, I mean, go for it. I'm just not willing to invest in that right now because I've got something for $50 that's doing the trick. And it's easy to take along with me. It doesn't take a lot of bulk. And yes, I take it to the couch with me, to my far infrared heating pad, and to the office. You just stick it on the belly button. It doesn't make much of a noise, but you know when it's on. And that's it. That's all you've got to do. Now, here's a comparison on the sizes. Okay, so here's the smaller one with the bigger one. I flipped it over so that the cord's over on that side, which is where I'll have it tonight while I'm sleeping. And then I tugged it to the edge. You can see how much more mass that the medium size one has compared to the small. So much so that I don't really feel like I need to pay for the $70 one. This one is the one that I've had on Josh's bed. Sorry for the crinkles. That's why it has been loved by me. Literally, I would not get off of this thing the entire time he was gone visiting his family in Colorado. Day or night, basically. I was living on it because it put my body into a rest and digest mode. Very different from the 1,000-pound gorilla sitting on top of me from just Lyme and my nerves feeling like they were lit by kerosene. So this is the one that's been across his bed that he sleeps on. He doesn't know if he can tell a difference or not, but I feel like I'm observing some quality things. It just seems like his days are going better even though he's under more stress. So I feel like that's been a win. And this is also going to become my airport size that I take with me for travel, and we can talk about that more later. Of course, airports are major hubs for extra exposure to environmental things, and we know how to fix that now, don't we? Also, for reference, here is the smaller mat that I have. This smaller mat, this small sheet, and the medium-sized sheet, they all work off of the same size dingling, which is just very nice in my opinion, because they all mix and match and I don't have to have an oops or worry or stress if I go out of town or have to make another trip. Because if you have a spoonie in your life, or if you are one, every trip to the linen closet counts. I'm still sold on my sheet thing, but I do like that this came with 2 cords with it instead of 1. It came with 2 of these. And it also came with 2 bracelets that you can put around your wrist or your ankle, and you can just put on one of them to help you ground, or 2 or whatever. They're nice. I haven't really used them because I'm so in love with this. And so for me, it was more worth the money to, get this. But this does come with some extra gizmos if you want to try it on yourself and a loved one, or try it in a different work capacity or something like that. Instead of having this under your feet or under your wrists, you could actually hook up an additional way, and that comes with this one. What did it feel like, and how do I know that it was working, or it is working, or was worth the money, or not to return it? Great question.